Let's talk about body dysmorphia and the body dysmorphia associated with weight loss. In the last 14 months, I have lost 42 kilos and I have had a lot of ups and downs associated with that. So since I was a little kid until I was an adult, I have always been a bigger person. I was a really fat little kid, I was a fat teenager, and I was also an overweight adult. And because of that, I've always had body dysmorphia. I have always really struggled with my body image. And body dysmorphia really sucks. It really affects your mentality and your emotions and how you view yourself, your happiness with yourself. And I did think that when I lost the weight, I wouldn't experience that anymore, but that's not true. I still have body dysmorphia. Some days I can look at myself and I feel great. I feel amazing about how I look. I can see my muscle definition. I can remember what I used to look like and how different I look now. And then other days I look in the mirror and I see the exact same person as before. Or I will look in the mirror and I will critique my loose skin, or I will critique that I still have body fat to some extent, which is normal and healthy, by the way. But some days I'll be a little bit bloated and I won't be able to see my ab definition as much, or I'll think that my muscles look a little bit smaller, or I'll feel just a little bit bigger than I did yesterday. It is a constant battle and struggle with myself to remind myself how far I have actually come and the work that I have put in to get to where I am today. I don't critique myself in the mirror as much as I used to when I was overweight. I'm definitely so much more confident in myself. I'm much more happy with myself. I don't hate the way that I look by any means. I really, truly do love myself. But when you do grow up your whole life overweight and then you lose the weight, it isn't just suddenly going to magically no longer be an issue that you have. You are still going to have body image issues and you're still going to be a little bit critical of yourself. And I work really hard every day to remind myself again of how far I've come and what I have done, and remind myself that I should be so proud of the way that I look, because I am proud of the way that I look. But yes, it isn't just going to go away overnight, and it is something that you really have to work on when you do lose weight or you start losing weight, and you need to not be upset about the loose skin that you might have. There are going to be days when you're going to be more bloated than the day before. You're going to have eaten a little bit more food or had a little bit more water, and some days you're not going to feel 100%. And you don't have to feel 100% every day, but you do need to remind yourself that you are worthy of love and you have come so far, or you're going to go so far. You don't look as bad in the mirror as you think that you do, because you need to love yourself enough to make the change to lose the weight, or love yourself enough to remind yourself that you have put in the work to lose the weight that you have lost. No one is going to be able to love us the way that we can love ourselves, and we should love ourselves. And that negative little voice in our brains is never going to take away from that. So if you are on a weight loss journey and you've started losing weight, or you want to lose weight, you have to remember that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of the effort. You are never going to look as bad in the mirror as you think that you look. Because that is what I remind myself every day. Comparison is the thief of joy, and I see so many influencers or girls at the gym that look better than me. That doesn't mean that I don't look good. That doesn't mean that I haven't come so far. And when you do the same thing, you have to remember that that doesn't mean that you don't look good too and you haven't come so far. So do not let that little voice take over. Body dysmorphia isn't going to go away, and it is something that you have to work on in yourself, the same way that you have to put an effort at the gym, put an effort to your diet, put an effort to get your steps in, put in the effort to lose the weight. Every aspect of your weight loss journey is going to be a battle, but it is going to be so rewarding when you do achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So don't get up and look in the mirror and think that you haven't made any progress or nothing has changed. Remember that you are putting in the work, and that's what matters. You have loved yourself enough to decide to make a change and do the things that you need to do. Body dysmorphia is not going to take away from your achievements. So please remember that you are worthy of loving yourself, you are worthy of being proud of yourself, and you are never going to look as bad in the mirror as you think you look. We are smashing goals and we are getting shit done, and that's all we can do in 2025.